What is tab? Tab, or tablature, is a method of writing down music played on guitar or bass. Instead of using symbols like in standard musical notation, it uses lines and numbers, making it much easier to learn than standard notation and more practical for the guitar. Tablature will tell you what fret to play on what string, where techniques are used, like hammer-ons, pull-offs, bends, slides, harmonics and vibrato, if the piece is using a different tuning, and some indication as to how long each note is held for, but not exactly how long. Tablature won't always tell you what finger to use for each note, what picking to use, and as we said before, how long to hold the notes for. Here is a blank tab. Each line represents a string on the guitar. The lowest sounding string on the guitar, being the low E string, is the lowest line on the tablature. And then it goes up through the A string, the D string, the G, B, and the high E string is on the top. When you see a 0 on a tab, it means to play that string completely open without holding any frets. So in this case, it's just playing the low E string completely open. So you can see here that the 0 on the third line from the top is playing the G completely open. When there is a number, that number tells you to play that number fret on that string. So this is saying to play the second fret on the D string. So a piece like this says to play 0 to begin with, which is open on the low E string. You can see here the red dot behind the nut. And then the next note is the second fret on the same string. Now it's moving up to the third fret again on the low E string. Changing up to the next string, we play 2, then 3, then 5. And then changing up to the D string, we're playing the 4th fret, the 5th fret, and the 7th fret. When you see numbers in a row like this, that means to play them all at the same time. So this is just simply telling you to play the E minor chord. In this example, when there are only 2 notes in a row, only those 2 notes are played. Sometimes in tab you'll find D's and U's underneath the tab telling you to play with either down or up picking. But here are the symbols we'll be using in this course and what you'll find in other tabs. So this one here represents a down pick and this one here represents an up pick. When you see notes linked together like this, that means that it's either a hammer-on or a pull-off. So obviously if the notes are going up, you're going to be hammering on. If the notes are going down, you're going to be pulling off. Now in this example over here, you see it says 3, 5, 7, 5, so the notes are going up and then down again. So that means that you're using a combination of both hammer-ons and pull-offs just from the one pick at the beginning. When you see an arrow after a note like this, that represents a bend. Sometimes on top of that arrow it will say half or quarter or 1.5, and that's just telling you how far to bend. When you see 2 notes linked together like this with a slash in the middle, that means to slide between the notes. Now obviously if the slash is going up, you're going to be sliding up notes, and if it's going down, you're going to be sliding down notes. It can also be drawn like this. Now this example over here is telling you to slide into the note and slide out of it. Not starting or ending on a specific note, just to get the slide sound in and the slide sound out. A wavy or crisscross line after a note like this shows vibrato. A T above a note like this tells you that that note is tapped. So this would be tapped on the B string on the 12th fret, pulled off to 2, and then hammered on to 5. X's on a tab are generally percussive, clicky kind of sounds that you make by muting the strings and then playing them with your right hand. Here is a tab that tells you exactly what finger to use for each note. The numbers, of course, just match up to your hand like this. There are a number of other symbols for things like whammy bar bends, pick slides and so on, and there seems to be no particular standard way of writing these, but details should be given on the tab to explain what the symbols mean.